Amid the heated legal controversy involving several high-ranking figures in South Korea's entertainment industry. One unexpected name was dragged into the spotlight, V of BTS or Kim Taehyung. Yet instead of being swallowed by the controversy, Taehyung captured public attention for his courage in speaking out directly. His calm, swift, and thoughtful response led many fans and industry observers to see him as a different kind of idol. As widely reported, Taehyung's name was mentioned in coverage related to a legal case involving former ADOR CEO, Min Hee-jin. Media reports stated that a Kakao Talk conversation between Taehyung and Min Hee-jin was submitted as evidence in the first hearing of a lawsuit against HYBE regarding the payment of share acquisition costs. Naturally, this issue is sensitive, not only because it involves major names in the industry, but also because it concerns an ongoing legal process. In situations like this, most idols typically choose to remain silent. They leave it entirely to their agencies to issue official statements. Many wait for management direction to ensure that every word released has gone through strict legal and communications review. And for good reason. The Korean entertainment industry is known for being extremely cautious in handling public issues, especially those intersecting with legal matters and major corporations. However, Taehyung took a different approach. Not long after an article from Naver was published and his name began trending, Taehyung responded within about an hour. The speed of his reaction alone was surprising. While the public was still trying to understand the situation, he had already taken a stance. Even more striking, he did not ask Big Hit Music to speak on his behalf. He released a personal statement. To some, this might seem simple, but to those who understand the dynamics of the K-pop industry, this was a bold move. Idols typically operate under strict management systems. Public statements usually require internal approval. A single misstep can have wide-ranging legal and reputational consequences. Taehyung chose to trust his own voice. He did not wait for his company to filter his words. He did not hide behind a rigid, formal statement. He spoke directly to his fans. In his message, Taehyung clearly conveyed his neutral stance. He also emphasized that he had not given consent for his name to be used in certain contexts that had become the subject of public debate. His tone was neither defensive nor emotional. Instead, it carried calmness and firmness. He did not attack anyone. He did not inflame the situation. He simply clarified his position. That is where his wisdom lay. Courage does not always mean speaking loudly or fighting back. Sometimes courage means choosing to show up, standing in the middle of the storm, and saying, "This is where I stand." Taehyung did exactly that with elegance. Fans responded overwhelmingly. Social media was filled with praise for his bravery. Many said they felt respected because Taehyung chose to speak directly to them rather than through an intermediary. There was a growing sense of closeness. He appeared not only as a global superstar, but as an individual who takes responsibility for his own name. Interestingly, this is not the first time Taehyung has shown such an attitude. On several previous occasions, he has been known as the BTS member who is honest and genuine. He does not hesitate to express his feelings, whether he is happy, tired, or facing misunderstandings. But this case was on a different level. This was not a simple rumor clarification. It involved a legal matter connected to major corporations and prominent industry figures. Taehyung's move became a symbol of independence. In an industry that often positions idols as products aligned with corporate strategy, Taehyung demonstrated that he is an individual with a voice and principles. He did not wait to be filtered. He was not afraid that his honesty would be misunderstood because he chose his words carefully and consciously. Many Korean entertainment observers noted that such a stance is rare. Usually, idols distance themselves from sensitive issues, even when their names are mentioned. Clarifications often come in the form of brief agency statements. In Taehyung's case, the approach felt far more personal. He showed that being a global idol does not mean losing one's autonomy as a human being. The speed of his response also drew attention, just 1 hour after the Naver article was published. He had already issued his statement. This showed that he was alert and sensitive to developments. He understood that in the digital era, information moves extremely fast. Staying silent for too long can fuel unnecessary speculation. By speaking early, he controlled the narrative about himself. What impressed many people even more was how he maintained neutrality. In a situation that could easily provoke public polarization, Taehyung refused to take sides. He did not corner any party. He simply clarified that he was not involved beyond what had been reported and that he had not given permission for his name to be used in certain contexts. That is maturity. He understood that the case belonged in the legal arena and should be resolved through proper procedures. He did not try to become a commentator. He did not attempt to become the center of drama. He simply protected the integrity of his name. This attitude revealed another side of Taehyung. The public often knows him as a charismatic performer with a powerful stage presence, striking visuals and a uniquely unpredictable personality. But behind all that is a calm and thoughtful individual. His courage to speak made him stand out. Different not because of controversy, but because of his choice of stance. While many might have chosen the safest route by staying silent, Taehyung chose the honest and responsible path. He did not allow others to fully control the narrative about him. In an entertainment world full of image and strategy, such a move felt refreshing. Fans described it as a sexy moment in the sense of charismatic confidence, not physical appeal. He was firm and captivating. He did not panic, he was not defensive, he stood tall with his own words. His decision to release a statement personally, rather than asking Big Hit to speak for him, reinforced the message that he takes responsibility for his identity. This does not mean he was opposing the company, on the contrary. It demonstrated maturity in distinguishing between personal matters and corporate affairs. This step also reflected his confidence as a senior artist. As a BTS member who has weathered various storms from criticism to global pressure, Taehyung undoubtedly understands the weight of every word. Yet he did not let fear prevent honesty. In the eyes of many, this is personal leadership. He did not wait for the situation to escalate. He did not let rumors spiral out of control. He took control politely and clearly. His statement contained no exaggeration, no overflowing emotion. Everything was measured. Quiet courage like this often leaves a deeper impact. The legal case that mentioned his name may still be ongoing. But one thing is clear, Taehyung's response left a lasting impression. He showed that being an idol does not mean being passive. He proved that global popularity can coexist with personal integrity. Amid the fast-moving noise of the industry, Taehyung offered an example of wisdom as strength. He shines not only on stage with his voice and visuals, but also through his composure in difficult moments. He demonstrates that speaking honestly and promptly is a form of responsibility, not rebellion. Perhaps that is why so many people feel even prouder of him. Taehyung is not just an idol, he is an individual brave enough to trust his own voice. He chose his own timing to speak. He did not let others dictate when or how he should explain himself. In a world often driven by calculation, sincere courage feels rare. Taehyung's step serves as a reminder that behind the glittering K-pop industry are human beings continually learning to navigate pressure in their own ways. And in this moment, Taehyung showed that he does so with a cool head and a steady heart. Warm, composed, yet deeply meaningful, his response has become one of the memorable moments in his career journey. A moment when he stood not only as a global star but as Kim Taehyung, brave, wise, and distinct.